Welcome to Gas Me Anything. This week our guest is Robbie Bernstein.
All right, here we go. Another serious question. PokeSmart69 wants to know, Robbie, have you ever seen Dave's?
Ooh, actually I have. It's pretty unbelievable.
What? No.
I have. Here's the one time I saw Dave Smith's penis. It was before a gig, and we're in a bathroom. This was actually, I believe, in Boston. Maybe goes back 4 or 5 years. Mm-hmm. And there's a bathroom, like, at the venue. Sure. No fans are there. And it's one of those ones that doesn't have anything in between the urinals.
Right.
Now, if there's nothing in between urinals, I'm scoping out all day. What about you?
I try not to.
Really? I'm all about it, dude.
I honestly do.
I'm fascinated by other people's wieners. I want to know.
Keep it straight ahead.
Really? Keep
looking straight.
Oh, no. I'm like, I'll actually just bend over like I was about to sneeze, you know? I'll really get in there and take an inspection. So I had a particularly good moment. Like, this thing was like if we were on a set and someone fluffed this thing up, like it's like 90% chub of an erection, but I could still pee with it. That's what I was working with. And Dave comes into the bathroom, and I'm like half standing there like, yeah, Dave's gonna glance at this thing, and he's gonna be like, oh, Rob's got a big but then he pulls up with his old hog, and I was like, oh, that's what a man's looks like. I felt like I was a 4-year-old again, where I was just like, that's a meaty hog.
Oh man,
it's brown. It looks like it belongs on like a Puerto Rican. It's very
really?
brown. Yeah, it's much browner than the rest of him, and it's long and girthy. It's a presence. It's like a whole nother person.
Fill her up.
You're listening to the Gas Digital Network. You're listening to Gas Digital Best of the Week.
Well, you know what you should all do? We should mind meld.
What is that?
Mind meld is a game where you go 1, 2, 3, and you both say a word. Then you get another 3 count, and you're supposed to say a word that's the meeting point between the 2 words that you just said. The game's over when you both get to the same word.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3.
Donut. Saxophone. Oh. Donuts and saxophone.
Donut and saxophone. Donut and saxophone.
What are you laughing at?
I'm having the best time.
Oh, cool. Okay, ready? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Coffee shop. Coffee shop and hole. 1, 2, 3.
Glory.
Waitress. Oh.
What? I would have said Courtney loves but that's different.
Jesus.
So, wait, what was Jeremiah's?
I said glory.
Okay, so glory and waitress.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Diner.
Yes! Yes! Woo, baby! We got it! Woo!
I thought to myself, I either got ripped off or this is my first case.
Do you like dirty talk, Mike?
Somewhat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like giving or receiving dirty talk?
I like it when they're directing it at me.
Yeah.
The other partner.
And your partner is directing dirty talk.
Is directing it at you.
Yeah. What kind of stuff do you like?
Mostly directions.
Yeah.
You know.
That's good, yeah.
Because I have no sense of direction. It makes me feel weak and it puts them in a position of power.
Well, here's a fun little trick. So if a woman is right-handed, she's going to tend to be more sensitive on the right side of her.
Okay.
And if she's left-handed, more sensitive on the left side.
Right. Okay.
You're welcome.
Wow. Right-handed and left-handed. Mm-hmm. And if she's ambidextrous, she just goes right for your wallet?
Yeah, that I am ambidextrous, so that makes sense.
All right, so you know what? We are celebrating your birthday. Oh. We're celebrating your birthday here today, even though it was yesterday. But it was yesterday or the day before. It was yesterday?
It was yesterday. Yeah.
Yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, Natalie, our producer, lesbian Natalie. It is her birthday. Let's show the cake to the camera because it's hilarious. Natalie, come in here and you could blow it out in here. Can I? Oh, the candles are almost going out, Byron. Byron, if those candles go out, you're fired.
My brain short circuits when I have to talk.
So do you know what that is on the cake?
Is it supposed to be a pussy?
It's supposed to be a.
There it is.
That's actually a
gnarly
decent doggy. That's a decent. That's turning me on a little bit. That's so good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. It's a pretty solid right
little
there.
too red.
Natalie, we're gonna sing happy birthday to you at the end of it.
He's infected.
I don't want you to blow it out. I want you to smash your face into it at the end of the happy birthday song, okay?
Yeah, can you lick out the candles?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Natalie.
The lesbian.
Happy birthday to you.
Now mush some sniz.
Yeah, can you just put it between your legs and smash it into your own?
Yay!
I will not stick my face in it, but I'll lick up the.
Will you lick up the front, please? Hold on, guys. She's gonna lick up the front. All right, go ahead. Give it a nice little lickaroo right in the center.
Hell yeah.
Oh, wow. Wow, that was hot.
That was really hot.
That was really
She knows
hot.
what she's doing.
Have I?
Eat a slice of cake.
Wow. Wow.
Health experts have warned parents against resorting to homemade baby formula, but women are worried they may have no other options. As the formula shortage continues, breastfeeding experts remain concerned not only for the babies, but for the mental health of mothers. When it's about your kid, when it's about, your newborn, your baby, and being able to feed them and put food in their mouths, it's hard, Ms. Roy said. You feel like you're a bad mom, which is, a story as old as time. Everyone gets called a bad mom all the fucking time.
I saw people online talking about how you should be making your own formula at home anyway.
They literally just said not to do that.
Yeah, I
like
know,
health
that's-
experts were
that's
like,
why
literally don't do that.
But
to that argument, I'm like, have you ever smelled someone who makes their own deodorant? Okay, case closed.
They just rub crystals on there. I knew someone who rubbed crystals on their pits, and they're like, "No, it helps." And I was like, "All right, all right." As a guy who sweats a lot, I'm a expert in this shit, and you're not doing much. But my only contribution to this, because again, it's like I am not a parent and not a woman. This is such an issue that's specific to women too, because a lot of people are like, a lot of dudes especially, we've been breastfeeding babies since the early medieval times, so I don't know why you can't do it now. And I want to be like, don't Google how many women and babies died back then. Don't Google it, because it's a lot, bro.
Yeah.
It's a lot, and you're stupid also. And also, there's like wet nurses used to exist.
Mm-hmm.
People in villages. There used to be like a lady whose job it was, you could like bring your baby over and be like, "You got the super milk?" And she'd be like, "Yeah, I got the super milk." And then your baby would eat the super milk out of the super. Anyway, it's just so funny that they just say that's how it was in history, and it's like, you've never read a book about history in your fucking life, have you? Because every book is just literally, I've read books about the Napoleonic War where they're just like, and then Napoleon won in Italy not because of his battlefield command, but because he was a logistical genius. Also, babies kept dying for no reason. Like, this is like everything you read is like, and babies and women died. You're like, man, sucks to be a baby or a woman in any time that isn't right now.
Yeah.
So it's just annoying.
Also, wet nurses technically do still exist in America. It's just like not very popular.
Yeah, and
anymore.
what are you gonna do? You gotta pay her and
I looked
you gotta,
it up,
yeah. Wet nurse, yeah, it's crazy.
What was interesting about that article, I didn't know that if like for adoptive and foster parents that sometimes like your hormones can start going and you can start lactating. I didn't know that.
That's what a wet nurse is, just someone who keeps babies around enough that they just keep producing. Yeah.
Well, right, yeah. Because I was like, I understand wet nurse, but I was like, oh, I didn't understand like that happens to adoptive parents as well. Like that's very
if
fascinating.
you have multiple women like that are of age around a baby that cries enough, they will begin to produce, I guess.
Also, boobs just lactate sometimes. I've lactated. I've never had a baby, you can sometimes every now and again.
I've heard guys lactate sometimes
Yeah.
too, so I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
right.
I've had some lactation going. It's kind of cool. You're
Yeah,
like,
you into it?
it's cool. It's cool that you can do it. Yeah.
I mean,
It's not like enough to fill a bottle. I mean, like when you're not
It's just like a single, like when you gleek.
It's like a little
and you just
bit,
get a little
yeah.
spit just flies out from under your tongue. It's like that, but a little gleek.
It was cool.
Where you?
No, I don't know what. I mean, I'm sure I was there. I was not like while I was. If that's the question.
I have a lot. You know,
Was I active? Was I active? Yes.
not the question. I have a friend who said his wife came really hard once after they had the baby, and that milk just came like her squirted.
Whoa.
Yeah, he was like, "Whoa."
Human body, pretty cool thing.
It's wild.
Okay, that's how I lost my virginity.
She set you. Oh no! You got Antoine Fisher.
Antoine Fisher, what's that?
He wasn't allowed to see that.
That's right.
It was a movie.
That was a Denzel.
No, listen, no, I know Denzel was in it, and I know they were in the military. I'm asking, I forgot. I haven't really seen. I seen clips, bro. I could see that movie. I'm saying, what's the premise of the movie?
You weren't 8 years old. But no.
Listen, just tell me the premise.
Antoine
Just
Fisher's
tell me.
babysitter took
Okay.
his virginity when he was 8, but he got.
Okay,
he
well, I
got-
wasn't 8.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So he was 17 with a
I was
babysitter.
19.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And
I
what
was
was,
19. She wasn't a babysitter.
what was she?
She was someone I used to date.
Okay.
That was it. But I was trying to wait
she
till I
set
got.
you up.
Well,
Like
I was in her bed. So I mean, it's my fault.
No,
But
it's
I was-
not because
No, because women said that don't mean nothing.
that don't mean nothing.
Okay.
You better hold your rights.
Listen, bro. I mean, I
You
could
could be
easily
in her bed,
I could easily-
out. That means nothing.
Listen, bro. I could beat her up. So it's like I just feel like, come on, man. There's a difference. I could clearly beat her up, but it's easy. Right when it happened, I was like, I could, but no, it's not the same. Like, it's not the same, bro. Like when a woman, when that happens to like a woman, bro, it's just like that's way different. You know what I mean?
It's harmful. I get it, but if we playing this shit equal, you got violent.
No, I was trying to wait till I got married, but I'm glad. Listen, looking back, I'm like, thank God. But I was trying to wait till I got married.
Me too.
You know what I mean?
It happened.
Hey, listen.
Didn't happen. It didn't go that way. I
But then-
wanted it to.
But then, no. Listen, I saw.
This lady, this beautiful angel set you free, huh?
God, thank you. I always knew. It was going to be like this.
Listen, preacher, everything is a part of God's plan, okay?
Okay.
Come on, man.
Anyway, yeah, I woke up and then it was like, what are you doing? And then that was it. It wasn't that much. It wasn't that. It was like, and like, oh, whoa.
But the crazy thing is, she knew that she could do that.
Yeah.
So, like, she's done it before.
No. There ain't probably to a boyfriend or something.
Natalie, if you want to, Natalie, understand Natalie, she goes
What's
the
up,
other
Natalie?
Natalie goes the other way, right?
I go both
what's
ways.
the-
You go both ways?
Yeah.
Okay. If you want, could you?
Oh, we knew that.
I didn't know. I
we
thought
don't
you
really
was a
get
gold
too
star.
much. Yeah, you're a cat. We don't want to know what our cat does.
Cat.
Natalie doesn't talk but so much. You know what I mean?
Oh,
It's
okay.
a little house cat. You don't care who cat. But like, all right, could you, as meek as you are, if a man was asleep, could you wake a man up and get him, get him erect in his sleep and get him on? You know what I mean?
Could I? Sure.
Yeah.
But
Bro,
like, would I?
I feel like some girls wouldn't know what to do though.
Good for
What do you said?
Natalie.
Try to get a 19-year-old hard?
Yeah, a sleeping 19-year-old.
How old? We
19.
talk 19.
Yeah.
When were you not?
When was I not
Not
hard?
hard.
As a
19.
19? Oh, for dinner. For dinner, I would, you don't bring an erection. Like if there
I
was
had erections at
silverware
breakfast. I had
and
erections
cloth-
at cereal time now.
Yeah, if there's a cloth napkin, no erection. But
Is there pork in this gravy? Oh, my soft.
Why was that so fast?
Yeah.
All right, so.
but that is where, like, my first kid came from that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, my
Took. Oh,
first,
so you mess
He got
around and
took.
my first kid, I had the flu.
man.
I was asleep, passed out with the flu. Shorty had told me she was pregnant in October, and we was kind of ducking and waiting it out. I remember she refused. I was like, let me see you take a pregnancy test. I'm not going to do that for you. Like, she shamed me out of demanding my proof, right? And then come December, I messed around and got into an argument with her, and then came down with the flu and fell out on her floor, and I was there for like 3-4 days, just sick, chills and all that. But yeah, shorty definitely.
Bro, so she was like, "Oh, you sick?"
Yeah, right. Which is why
I'm also sick.
And the only reason.
Crossing the eyes, bro.
I'm also sick. Gotta be, bro.
It was a scenario where I had found out that he had been cheating, and
he threw something at you.
Yeah, and he threw something at me. But it was escalating to this place where I was like, well, just because.
By the way, I'm sorry. I've given up on everything today. I said I wasn't going to drink anymore until my vacation. I'm counting my calories. I went over my calories. Whatever. It's fine. I don't care anymore.
Chug.
I'm going to be 40. Who gives? I don't have sex. I'm going to be 40.
All these cheating stories make you want to drink too.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's like he left it on my voicemail too.
That he cheated on you?
Yeah, like no, like him in the act of
no.
cheating was on my voice. I told this story on Kill Tony when I went on Kill Tony. It's an insane story.
Like a pocket dial?
Yeah. Which I know was a pocket dial because we had the same phone, and but I got my phone after he already had his phone, but we had the same phone. And I noticed that if you were texting someone on your phone, but you didn't lock the screen and you kind of just put it down, it would call that person. And it was like a glitch in the phone. And I was like, that's how that happened. I didn't find out till later, but yeah, I got it as the voicemail on my phone. It was like a 4-minute long voicemail. And I went to his house and I was like,
that night?
It was that day as soon as I got it. Because he worked at the airport, right? So he worked, and it came in like 6:30 in the morning or something. So I didn't get the voicemail until I woke up at like 10 or something like that. And I was listening, and at first I thought he was messing with me because I had always been suspecting that he was cheating, and I'm like, oh, he's messing with me. And then I was like, this is too long to be a prank. So he was like, I can't. He listened to the voicemail. And I was like, what? So what the hell? And he's like, that's not
me.
No, he said, this was his lie. I had to take a so bad on my drive home. And I was moaning in pain.
Okay. But you could hear the girl, I'm sure. Could you hear the girl?
You can hear, yeah. You could. Well, it was a guy.
Oh,
yeah.
Whoa.
So that was another whole big thing. At the end of the thing, you hear a man go, "That was good."
Oh God.
And then he goes, "That was good."
And it's like they were talking about his dump.
I told him. He was like, "No, that's the radio. It's the radio."
How much longer did this relationship last?
So that was like, that was a couple more months, because at this point, look, I'm nuts, right? A couple more months, I was like, I'm going to get revenge. We're going full out vengeance. I actually, because we would joke the whole time about him cheating on me. He would always go, well, why don't you book a lie detector? And I'm like, hey, are you ready for that polygraph? Because I think we should do it. And he actually agreed to it.
What polygraph questions did he get?
So you get 3 questions.
For $450, you only get 3
you
questions?
You only get 3 because apparently the more questions they ask you, the less accurate the test gets for some reason.
That seems wildly...
Seems like a lie. Did you polygraph them?
Yeah, 450? Maybe 150 for that one, right?
Yeah, so it was, have you had any relations with any other person besides Felicia from this date to this date? Do you have any secret forms of communication? And have you, I think that's the third one, was something like, have you been romantically involved? Meaning like the way it was worded, meaning like, have you tried to, is there someone that you have in mind to basically, that you've been working on or something? And, you go into this office, and it wasn't like woo-woo stuff. It was like a retired, decorated police detective of 30 years. And I was like, this is awesome, dude.
Woo-woo stuff?
Like, it wasn't like a
like
dude.
Native Americans?
It wasn't like some dude in a van, who was just at a machine or something.
Did they
For
give
the man who is blown by another man, you will throw the metal canister at the crazy woman, as been foretold in the ancient scrolls.
Yeah, it was like some official stuff, and I was very excited. And he claimed to be excited. He was like, "This." He kept calling it his day of what the fuck
reckoning,
something like that. Like my
No, his day of reckoning was something else. You had a day of rectoming.
Day of redemption. He's like, "This is my day of redemption, where you're gonna find out I have not been cheating on you this whole time."
Such a guy. All guys do the same. It's crazy.
Yeah, but obviously he failed the test.
All of them?
Yeah, every single question, because they call you. What they do is they do.
Oh, you had to wait?
Yeah, but only a couple hours. Okay. So we went to a greenhouse and walked around because he was with me. I was like, I made him spend the night with me before because I was like, I don't want you to do anything to fuck up this test results for the next day. Any way you could possibly fuck up this test, I don't want. So we went and he, they interview us. We get on the same page about what the questions mean and everything, and then I have to leave the room, and then they hook him up to the machine, and they hook you up in like 5 different places.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, hey, if you say I'm telling the truth, I will suck your I don't know if you realize it, but I am a massive and I've been stringing this with money along. So if you could not fuck up my there's a good cocksucker in it for you.
Legion of Skanks. Welcome to
The thing's raised.
Dude, I was out back one time in Austin, Texas. They were doing, and I went out back of the venue, and there was a group. I opened the back door, and I was in the circle of like a haunted group. Like going around looking at haunted places, like a tour. And then when the group moved, I went and started smoking a cigarette. When the group moved on, these 2 ladies stayed behind, and they pulled out of their purse an Egon machine, and they clicked it on, and it did nothing, and they both went, ooh, and then moved on. It was the most bizarre thing I've ever watched. Like, let's wait till the other weirdos go away so we can do our even more bizarre thing.
It's reverse technology. If it doesn't move, that's when there's
Yeah. Ooh, nothing. And the ghosts are still.
When it breaks, it works.
Do you guys believe in ghosts?
Sure.
Have you ever experienced a ghost cannon?
No, not that I know of. I mean, my friends got chased by a guy in a gas mask driving a Jeep. And we never,
That's real, though.
Yeah, but we could never verify if it was a real person, and it seemed like such an apparition.
I will verify it was a real person.
Yeah, I'll let you know right now. I've done the research
not
of
a
hearing the
ghost.
story, and it was a real person. Or every one of your friends is lying to you and made up a story.
We saw him, though. So I saw, this guy was, chasing them through Lake George, and then they pulled it. We were all hanging
Wait,
out
what
on
was
the
he
deck.
wearing? Hold
He was
on.
wearing a full gas mask and driving a Jeep with the lights off in Lake George. And my buddies, who were going out to buy beer, pulled into the driveway at 103 miles per hour, crashed into a tree, ran up the house, and we're like, this guy in a gas mask was just following us. We were like, you guys are. And then the guy drove by wearing the gas mask.
I gotta tell you something.
But it still seems more likely it was a guy.
Yeah, I was going to say,
probably a guy.
Ghost.
that story is so f***ing crazy. You don't have to sensationalize it with supernatural shit. She goes, and then he went to my mother in front of me and held a knife to my throat, and then the cop shot him. Maybe it was a ghost.
I felt this cold shiver on the back of my neck while it was happening.
Yeah, he goes, and I think that guy was possessed. Who gives a
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, well, no,
He may have been a good guy until he read the Necronomicon.
He asked some old guy in town, he was like, hey, dude, did you guys see some guy in a gas mask driving through here with a Jeep with the lights out? He was like, oh, that guy died 20 years ago.
Oh, Wacky Wally?
Gas mask Gary?
He hasn't been in these parts for 30 years.
That must mean the Wacky Wally I saw was her ghost.
Yeah, I know. I have no. Do you have any person? Even when you were a kid, where you thought it was a ghost?
No. Anytime something happens that could be a ghost, I'm not even saying I don't get freaked out by it, but I just know there's a thing. It's like the door moved, but nothing was on except the air conditioner or the window was open or so. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's something. Who cares?
Yeah. You just convince yourself that magic isn't real.
Yeah.
No, it's like, look, if I was in a
Where's your
place, if I was in a
sense of
place
wonder?
and a crucifix like fell and went upside down or something, maybe I'd be like, oh God. It's never that.
What a
it's always like a
crazy-
spoon fell
what a-
on the floor that was not sitting well in like a cup.
Oh, I
You know what
forgot.
mean?
When the gas mask guy drove by, all the paintings started bleeding.
Did I leave that out? The forest came to life.
So, what is if you had to recommend an episode to start with?
Season 1,
Wow.
or is it 2? Season
Do you
2,
guys do you
episode
agree on
4.
this? You agree on this?
No, season 1, episode 4 is the.
I'm going with the
I think
Parasites
I did watch
episode.
I did watch one episode, and I think I Googled what's the best episode to watch, and then I was like, I didn't love it that much.
It's
so
the
then I was like,
Parasites episode. It's either season 1 or season 2, episode 4.
yeah.
I'll
and what are the
send it to you.
Parasites?
You want to find out by watching this
Yeah,
episode.
maybe
This
I
episode's
watched this one. Though.
brilliant.
Maybe I watched this.
So
one,
it's
though.
you sit down at breakfast, right?
You might have told me. You know what's funny? I'm sort of having deja vu, and I think you are the one. I didn't Google. I spoke to
asked
my
Alex.
my close friend. I spoke to, who my memory recalls as simply a Google search.
I love that Lewis thinks of me as Google.
Our
It's a good
conversation
position to
has,
be
in my
the
mind, just
company.
evolved to me searching something on Google, a personal moment where you describing something that you love and you wanted to share with me, and you thought that I would also love it. I erased all that and I said, I Googled this. But
That's
anyway.
how Lewis views every producer.
It's
Just
fine.
a human
I'm
Google.
I'm proud to be a Google.
Okay, so what is so what do
So
they
you
do?
didn't like this one, you're saying?
Go ahead. What did happen?
Okay,
To
the parasites disguise themselves as long, standing family members and friends.
Yes, yes,
In
yes.
your memory.
Yeah. But yes.
And then at the turning point at the end of the episode is like, we could only tell who our real family members are because the parasites are only putting good memories in. So now we have to kill everybody in the room who we only have
Yeah, it
good
was a very
memories
violent
of.
episode. I remember.
Yeah, and we have to save everybody we have the shitty memories of. We have to accept that that's
Yeah,
our real
my son's
family.
mother is going to use this against me in court. All right, here's the deal. I will watch the show. I'm going to come back in another episode in the near future. I'll give my own Gomez watches Seinfeld because here's the thing. Gomez watches Seinfeld, or the way the secret sauce of that show was, what would Louis J. Gomez do in Seinfeld's case? Because Seinfeld handles everything like a right?
Mhm.
So you need a little bit of a Louis J. Gomez spin on these worlds.
Okay.
And it creates a whole other world. You have no idea. Looking at the world through the lens of Louis J. Gomez, it's a whole other thing. Alex tries to do it with his glasses every day. It's not the color of the glasses. You know that, right? You know that
I was
it's
wearing these glasses before you were, right?
you know that it's not the color of the glasses, it's the mind.
It's the
how it
content of
perceives-
character
perceives the
within
color of the glasses.
human.
The SNL audition happened because I'm from JFL.
Okay.
I got an audition for JFL, and then I got a call back. And in between the audition and the callback, I came up with this Dirty Dancing bit.
Yeah.
At like a small show where I was like, I don't like my jokes. I don't like any of my jokes. Let me try this thing that I have in my head, which is I come out to the Dirty Dancing song. You've seen it? Or
Yeah.
I come out and there's an imaginary Jennifer Grey, and I do all the choreography up into the lift, and then I drop her, and she's a goner, so I have to
Yeah.
get rid of the body. And then the cops come, and I go home to my wife and kids, whatever. Like, I tell
Yeah.
the whole story without any words. Anyway, so I decided I had a few weeks, and I just perfected this bit. So I'm coming out for the callback. They think I'm going to do the bit I did for the audition.
Yeah.
And instead, I put the mic to the side and I, point up to the thing and
Yeah.
I hit it, and I do this whole thing, thinking I'm still not going to get JFL because I'm not good enough.
Or get SNL. Or this was the JFL
This
audition.
was the JFL
Okay.
audition. Think I'm not going to get it, but at least they'll remember me.
Yeah.
And they flew me out to Montreal to close out the New Faces thing with this dance.
Yeah.
And SNL was there, and they invited me to showcase in LA, and I threw together an audition. Then they invited me to a screen test in New York.
And you go in.
And I go in,
there.
Lauren's there, and
hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Oh my gosh.
I'm Lauren Michaels.
Terrified. Well, I didn't talk to him then. Oh, and I met with him the next day, which went badly, but yeah, I
Why'd
went
the
in
meeting
test-
go badly?
I was done in 3 minutes.
Oh.
I think
So you're like, I didn't get it.
They were
The whole time you're thinking,
the whole
I
thing's
didn't
a
get
mind
it.
because they're like, you're not going to sit down with Lauren. Like, we want you to stay. We want you to come back to the office tomorrow. You'll meet some of the writers, but you're not going to meet Lauren. And then And then I go there, they're ushering me around, and then they're like, "Have you met Lauren yet?" And I'm like, "No." And then you're in the office, and you have to walk across this big office, and he's standing at the desk, and I was like, I should ask him a question. That's the And then I was
So
like,
did
so
you?
how'd you get into comedy?
No, you didn't.
I think honestly, I did.
Very good question, number 2.
And he was just like, yeah, I just kind of did it. So,
and then that was it.
Yeah.
And then the parties.
I think I also said like, you did a great job here.
That's good.
Real knock
I'm
up
glad
job.
that you were undercover boss on SNL.
Leave it to Stan Lee. Stan Lee would have had a Latin Spider-Man.
He would have done it.
Because Stan Lee was that good of a man.
He was ahead of his time.
I mean, he created Black Panther in the 60s.
Yeah.
An African king superhero. I mean, the mentality of that man.
Yeah.
Romanian Jewish man from the Bronx.
Ahead of his time.
Spider-Man, Godfrey. I met Stan Lee 3 times.
Awesome.
I have signed from Stan Lee. You damn right. My friend works for Pow Entertainment. This girl, Yuka Kobayashi, and she brought me to Stan Lee and his partner Gil, and I hung out with Stan Lee for 3 hours by myself when he was 89 years old.
That's awesome.
I'm sitting here like this. I'm talking to Stan Mother Lee. Awesome. And he goes, Godfrey, I would like to show you something. This is really good. Right here. This is Blade. Big poster of Wesley Snipes like this. He goes, I just want to tell you something, a little history here. Blade he's the one that saved Marvel. He's the one that saved Marvel. 1999, it was Blade. Before, yeah.
Oh, the movie did. Yes,
He's like, he saved Marvel.
Yeah.
He's the one that saved Marvel. I think you'd like to hear about that. I said, I love Blade. He goes, he saved what that movie saved. And then they were able to do all the Spider. And then we never got Blade, and you see Blade again.
Right.
The black superhero that saved them, now we can't see Blade no more. Do you, white folks, do you have anything of your own that is original? I mean, what the These is all facts. I'm not even like, now Spider-Man, but like even the X-Men, it has to do with Malcolm X and Martin Luther King.
Right.
Magneto and Professor X are from the philosophies of Malcolm X and Dr. King.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, I just don't, it just baffles me.
Yeah, it's the myth, man.
Like,
it's amazing how powerful it is. And there are people in power who know that it's powerful.
And they tricked us into thinking they were the like, you guys are the you're the
Yeah.
And then you find out as you start to get older, you go to college, you start learning from real historians, start peeling away and go, oh, you mother is the Wizard of Oz. The curtain is turning, you old little white man.
It's Joe MMA Rap with Chris J. Gomez and Dave Smith.
Real quick, let's talk about this before we get out of here. UFC bans flags. UFC 274 post-fight press conference. Dana White said...
Is the Russian fighters bringing Russian flags? Is that what it was?
Well, they asked him why, and he goes, you guys know why. He goes, let's not even play that game. So I guess the assumption is that it's because of Russians, right?
Yeah, they're not banning it because of the Ukrainian flag.
Yeah. What do you think?
I mean, they can do what they want to. It's their decision. I don't like it particularly. I think let people wave their flags if
I
they
remember
want
in the
to.
6th grade, we had to do a business. We had in our home ec class, we had to do a business. And, people were...
You started a podcast network. So what's a podcast? You'll see, doggy. Give it 25 years.
If you build it, they will come. Have you ever heard of Skankfest? No, we had to start a business, right? What my idea for the business, and it was all my idea, and you'll remember this day because we're just about the same age. You'll remember in the 7th or 8th grade, right around that time, right? This is when it was. A very popular thing that people were wearing were beads that made up a Puerto Rican flag or a Dominican flag. It was a very, very popular. You take beads, and the beads would draw the flag.
I kind of remember what you're talking about.
It was extremely popular in Latino communities.
I did not.
Havisham Middle School, where I went to.
Great sound from Vic.
Yeah, there we go.
Look, I'm Mexican. As a Mexican, I can say this. Puerto Ricans,
down there,
Dominicans,
or go to the second picture. Second picture.
Oh my goodness!
On the top, yeah. There we go.
Worst fashion sense ever. That and their love of mesh shirts.
Yeah,
so
it is rough.
These beads were very, very popular. You'd buy them in the town of Havisham for maybe $7, $8, $6, something like that, right? So my idea with my class, I was like, dude, let's just do every nationality. We'll make all the flags. People could pre-order their nationality, and then we'll give them these nationalistic beads. And now as I get older, I understand the staff looked at it as segregation by race and forming gangs of people based off of their ethnic backgrounds, and they were going to be wearing their beads and possibly killing each other. I get that. But they allowed us in the beginning to do it, and we broke the record by like 5 times. It was like everybody ordered beads.
Oh, we had the highest revenue ever. 3 kids died, but whatever.
You got to crack a few eggs.
They were the
baby.
weakest.
So we sold like 5 times the record, and then right before we were about to put these things on sale, we were about to go buy the stuff. The principal came in and put the kibosh on it, and I lost my mind. I lost my mind. They were oppressing me. They were oppressing culture. It was like I got these kids so riled up. I got everyone to take their.
It was just like standing on top of a car, speaking into a bullhorn. Are we gonna take this?
I got everyone to throw their textbooks or into the garbage, and we spray painted them with a fire extinguisher. Yeah, dude, I got suspended over this. It was a whole to do.
Oh wow, good for you.
Yeah, I really, really stood my ground.
Oh yeah,
segregation.
All right.
For segregation.
On behalf of nationality segregation.
Undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world.
The #1 rapper on the British Billboard charts released a song about Khabib. The #1 song in the UK is a rap song about Khabib.
Dude, it has over 12 million views, and it is by a gentleman by the name of Central C, who is a Billboard #1, a hip hop artist, from the UK. Would you? All right, so this is kind of interesting.
No, I've never heard of King C. Is it King C?
Central C.
Central C. Never heard of him in my life. I don't think he's the #1 rapper out of the UK right now.
His videos are pretty popular, and this is his most popular.
Can we play that, Brian? Let's take a little look. Let's take a little listen. I want to hear it.
I don't say much, but I hear everything that I said. It don't go over my head. Success is the best revenge, no stress, I still ain't missed. Could've got round there, put it on social media, I ruined his cred. Could've grabbed that back, put 2 in his head, but I let God do it instead. He done man wrong, where are they now? Nowhere to be seen. Where they at? The power's strong, where am I now? I've been in the charts for 18 weeks. My bro stay knocking man out, make man tap out, but I stay on his beat like a beep. Bro, I know it's long time no see, but I'm here whenever you need. Sat in a band or watching Snap weren't good.
What's this got to do with Khabib? I don't see.
No, it said the song is called Khabib, and in the chorus he's like, I stay on top like Khabib.
Yeah, wow.
UK rap sucks, dude. I'm sorry.
No. Let me tell you. No, UK rap doesn't suck. I'm just gonna throw it out there. I'm sorry. That sucks. That was bad. Talking about putting 2 in the head. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he let God do it instead.
He let God do it instead rather than put 2 in the head, bro. Yeah. No, that was a lot of Sorry, Triple C or King C. What's his name again?
Central C.
Central C.
Oh yeah, we got beef. BYM. Central C.
Central is what the C stands for. I'm sorry, I'm just joking. It's great. It's awesome. I love it. Download that on Spotify right now. Big up yourself, bruv.
All right, Central C calls DJ Mikey B opening in Manchester, packed house. Are you taking the flight?
I mean, just and giggles, yes. Just Google, Brian, #1 rapper out of the UK, because it is not Central C. It's got to be someone like Dizzy Rascal, Skepta. Skepta might be up there. I don't know. Maybe I'm showing my age. The Streets, well, I mean, they're good, but they've not been around for a long time. Biggest rapper in the UK. Do we have a list? I don't know these people. Giggs, Akala, JME,
Oh, this
Little
guy Dave
Sims.
is pretty popular.
Who?
Dave.
Good old Dave.
He just goes by the name Dave. I saw he had like a packed house at Irving Plaza just a few weeks ago. There was a line like way around the block.
I'm looking at a list of the 25 most influential MCs that changed the game. Yeah, I'm just going to close that down. We're going to forget about that right now.
I got Stormzy and Dave at the top.
Oh, Stormzy. Stormzy's a big one. I don't know Dave, if I'm honest. Oh,
I don't see Central C anywhere on this, but he does have 12 million views, close to anyway, on that video.
Hey, and that's fantastic. Well done, Central C. Good for you, mate. Only joking. I'm not hating.
Hold up. We got a brand new
bit that's only going to happen once, so this is a one and done.
Right.
I have 10 rap songs.
Okay.
Each song samples a sitcom's theme song.
All right.
So the beat of each of these 10 songs has sampled a
TV theme show.
TV theme song inside of its beat.
All right.
We're going to play 30 seconds of each song. And then you have to tell me what TV show. You don't have to name the artist. You don't have to name the song. Just name the theme song that was sampled. The name of the TV show's theme song.
Got you.
All right. Here is, you guys ready with the, all right, here is clip number 1.
Tell me, what's the deal with these issues? Magazines who at times sense and misuse my time when they have with it reviews, and the blogger has their reviews in rear view because he made his decision a month prior when it leaked on the internet. So now the net sold quivers, the record sold slips, and the drop is now Emma net. Yeah, what's the deal with the Nets though? Like being in the East ain't enough help for 'em. 2 Carters, I thought it'd get better, but they getting ready.
What's the
Seinfeld?
Bang! You got it. Let's go to song number 2.
This is Cameron. Oh, Mace, my fault.
Yeah, man, how you doing? You good? I know you like that. I know you like that. How long you been back, man? I see the girls in the club, they getting wild for me. And all the pretty chicks all wanna smile at me. These rap cats, man, they all got this style from me. And if I ever see them, man, they probably bow to me. And when this beat drop, I know they gon' lean.
Let's welcome back Carter.
That means right. This means wrong. Bruh. Let's go to song number 3.
I mean, this is gonna. Sure, this is insulting.
These grown men get it in, know for sure. You'll get your back up off the wall and get your feet on the floor. You see the boy at the bar with a glass so tall. When I'm done.
That's the Jeffersons.
Song number 4.
Taxi cab, dag cab,
come on, man.
In the late night app. Camels, not so hot that everyone should be sweating.
I do like this tune, though. I never heard this.
Stare, thinking what they look like wearing my gear. Aside when the yellow cab.
I mean, he's just giving it away at this point.
Gotta dodge thugs like I'm playing chicken. An Englishman, an Irishman, 5 or 10 Caucasians pass me in their taxis. Oh.
He said it like 5 times. It's Taxi. Let it come on.
How are you doing it, John?
He's just giving it away at this point.
Let's go to song number 5.
Let me know what funk is. Raise your hand. Ready for this world? Get real raw. Plus my style is hardcore. I'm Greg Mac, coming in natural back door. My rhymes hit hard. No games like ping pong. I'm strong. Like who, Craig? Kong. I'm flexing. What's next in my folk track correction? My licks get the kicks like the Chinese connection. Like Damien, the Omen's son. Now.
Days of Our Lives?
Bruh.
No?
Bruh.
Oh, I thought that was Days of Our Lives. Damn.
Bruh.
Which one was that?
Is it even worth still playing this game? I thought you knew everything.
I thought that was Days of Our Lives.
As the world turns, let's go to number 6. Number 6.
Oh, come on, man.
Check it out. Flipmode Squad 98, Raw Deluxe. Check it out, yo. I'll be the street kid, the brother your mama freak with. Put y'all people on if y'all know how to keep a secret. When I get money, you know I like to keep it. How I get money, others are trying to peep it. Flip.
That was Knight Rider, man.
He's back, baby.
With Rob Flynn.
Like one of the first records I ever got, or not even mine, I snuck into my brother's room and took his License to Ill cassette. And we throw a little Beastie Boys references sometimes in our shit. Like there's
we do a music video for Fatal Feast, and there's like a spaceship in it. Like we did this like us on a spaceship, and on the side of the plane on the Beastie Boys cover it says 3M TA3, which is eat me backwards. And so we put that on our spaceship. So we had the same number as the plane on License to Ill, like our spaceship.
That's too good. That is too good.
We like to sneak it in there like that, see if people notice.
Does anybody ever notice? Does anybody? Oh my god!
I think I've seen a couple.
Thing.
Yeah, I think I've seen a couple people make comments. Not as many as I'd hoped, but you know.
Right. What
that's
songs,
a good thing, I guess.
What songs? What Beastie Boys songs are you doing for your talent shows?
Oh, 1 year it was Shake Your Rump, and then it was. So I did it 3 times. Shake Your Rump. That's on Paul's Boutique.
Yeah, that's the jam right there.
So then I did. What was it? There were definitely it was Pass the Mic. And there was one off of Ill Communication too. I can't even remember what song that was. So I did it 3 times.
Okay. No sabotage or anything?
No,
okay.
Too easy. I gotta be rapping.
Right. Right. Can you still remember the Paul's Boutique rap? Or sorry, the Shake Your Rump rap.
I'll party at the drop of a hat.
And I'll beat it, bite it down with the loon in the bat. A lot of people, they be jonesing just to hear me rock the mic. They be staring at the
radio, staying up on that.
So like a pimp.
I'm pimping. All right, we got to go back and forth.
All right. So like
we got to practice this. Right. I'm pimping.
Nothing wrong with the legs, just B-boy limping.
Arrested at the Mardi Gras for jumping on the float.
My man MCA's got a beard like a billy goat. Ooh, ooh, is my disco call.
Get heard about you're like, ooh, ooh.
Is my disco call MCA? I'm getting roped, y'all. Routines, I bust sentence of rhymes that I write, and I'll be busting routines and rhymes on like eating burgers and chicken, and you be eating your nose.
And I'm on
time, homie. That's how it goes. You heard my style, but I think you missed the point. Rat-tat-tat-tat-tat. It's the joint.
The video's great because he's taking a bong. He's like taking bong hits.
Right.
That VHS tape is so sick, and you can't find it anywhere.
I was gonna say, what's that? What's the VHS tape?
I have it, but it's a VHS tape.
What is it like? It's Paul's Boutique.
It's all the videos from. Well, there's a License to Ill one, and then there's one that's like that era Paul's Boutique videos. What the fuck was that called? There's the License to Ill VHS tape, and then the one Skills to Pay the Bills.
Okay.
The second VHS tape. That thing was more influential to me than any of their albums because I watched that VHS tape religiously, and it was just their videos and their energy, and it was like there was like graffiti art and just skateboarding and like just fun, and it really was influential to me, like making me want to play music like that. Like I want to have fun, like I want to put that out there, that kind of like fun energy, like here's what we're doing, and you should be doing this too.
The SDR Show. Let's go.
I know you're going to do a song live. What song are you going to do for us?
I don't know. I was thinking about maybe I'd play that song I wrote for the Monks.
Yeah, why not? That's cool. Let's hear that. That sounds cool.
Song, but it's you might enjoy it.
Yeah, I like that. Let's do that.
Okay, so this is it's called On Your Side, as you know. Okay, so. Little rusty. I've been on monster sides. Been on, feeling like I've never had it all, where I cannot hide from my haunted heart. Heaven now is on my side. And I've been out of my head now. But I'm coming home for good now. 'Cause I am on your side. And you, angels on my shoulders tonight. Yeah, I am on your side. And you have always been there, shining your light for me. I've seen the monster's eyes under my bed. I guess he's coming for my head. Pretend he's not there. And if he sinks his teeth in, I'll pretend I just don't care. And I've been out of my head now. But I'm coming home for good now. 'Cause I am on your side. And you, angels on my shoulders tonight. Yeah, I'm on your side. And you have always been there, shining your lights for me. You're the sun behind the clouds. You're the reason I dream out loud. You're the earth beneath the rain. The rain. The rain. And I've been out of my head now. Out of my head. But I'm coming home for good now. 'Cause I am on your side. And you have always been there, shining your light. Yeah, I'm on your side. 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 I'm on your side.
That was great. That
Excellent.
was great, man. That was really
My
cool.
goodness.
George W. Bush, who is, in my opinion, probably still the great villain of the 21st century, really just put this country on the path to all of the insanity that we have today. Almost all of it can really be traced back to George W. Bush and how much he just ruined everything in this country. And yes, I know that he was a puppet president who was manipulated by all the people around him, but I still feel comfortable blaming him for all of it. And And so George W. Bush was giving a speech. He does not give a lot of speeches. If there's one thing you can give George W. Bush credit for, he largely went away after he was out of the White House. Good for him on that. It's also partly because he was the villain of the 21st century and he wouldn't be too helpful. It's not like a lot of Republicans weren't over the last 10 years like, it would really help is if I had George W. Bush out on the campaign trail for me, and there wasn't large demand for him. But he did give a speech the other night in which he came out and condemned Vladimir Putin. And it was just a magical moment, one for the ages. Let's play that clip.
In contrast, Russian elections are rigged. Political opponents are imprisoned or otherwise eliminated from participating in the electoral process. The result is an absence of checks and balances in Russia and the decision of one man to launch a wholly unjustified and brutal invasion of of Ukraine. Iraq, anyway. 75. Here's the thing. In contrast, Russian elections are rigged.
This is over.
Political opponents.
Just perhaps the most delightful Freudian slip ever. Hear him speaking to the George W. Bush Institute.
I actually, I got a hot take here. Not a Freudian slip. I think what he's looking to do is remind the world that presidents have been saying dumb shit forever. And so you can be a world leader and absolutely f up and, not talk or make any sense. Because people are looking at Biden now and they're like, oh my God, we have a guy with dementia who's going to get us into a nuclear war. So Bush comes out and he goes, no, the presidents have always been. It's okay. You don't have to lose your faith.
And because what it made me think about a bit is that, we compare presidents sometimes of like how dumb they are or how many gaffes they have or all of this stuff. But you realize that you're like, what Bush says that he's 75, right? So he's like, you realize like, okay, Biden's like 79. So we got Bush when he was like in his late 50s. Like that was when he was president.
75-year-old Bush.
Right. Exactly. Imagine Bush today. We thought he was dumb back then. I mean, today, oh my God.